I'm Malin from Instrument Mastery and welcome to this new video. Everyone knows that sleep is important. Not all know how important or why it's even more important for learning a new instrument. So today I'm going to share with you why sleep is so important to learn an instrument. This is very important, so listen closely and follow my advices. My question for you is, how much do you sleep? Do you feel well rested when you wake up? If not, sleep longer. The recommendation is to sleep between 7 and 8 hours. But how long do you need to sleep 7 to 8 hours? I got an eye-opener when I bought the Oura Ring, which measures my sleep. Here is it. It's pretty compact, small, looks great. Honestly, you can wear it all day, but I mainly use it for sleep tracking at night. Anyways, it tells me two numbers for an amount of rest: time in bed and sleep time. Earlier, I looked at my watch when I entered my bed, and when I was waking up in the morning, if that was 8 hours, I was satisfied. This would be similar to the time in bed from the Oura Ring. But my Oura Ring can tell me that I've been in bed for 8 hours but only had efficient sleep for 7 hours. Now I measure my sleep time with my ring and not by time in bed manually using my watch. If I don't use the Oura Ring, I just add 30 minutes of sleep. If I want 8 hours, I'll make sure to give myself 8.5 hours in bed. If you have exercised, you need more sleep. 1 hour extra for each hour of exercise, with 10 hours efficient sleep as an upper limit. More than that is rarely beneficial. If you have practiced your instrument a lot that day, you should add some extra sleep too, because it can be pretty exhausting for your brain. The ring also measures how long it takes to fall asleep. It should take about 15 minutes. If you fall asleep within 5 or even 10 minutes, you should sleep more or better. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about why sleep is important if you're learning an instrument. Sleep is really important because if you're well rested, you'll feel more motivation and energized. And you'll have more and better focus. You'll more easily manage to play what you are practicing on and learn more efficiently. In addition, your brain is working on what you've learned and process your playing within your mind while sleeping. You've probably experienced that you practice something difficult and are going to bed, and the next day it's much easier to play. That's because your brain has worked on this, worked on it throughout the night. About the Oura Ring, I am not an affiliate and do not get any royalties or other benefits for talking about it. I just want to share my experience with it. The ring can measure my heartbeat, my restfulness, my body temperature, how long it takes before I'm falling asleep, my respiratory frequency, how many times I breathe each minute, my sleep phases like deep sleep, light sleep and REM sleep, how long I slept, something called heart rate variability, and more. The ring is small and good looking, and the battery lasts for 1 week. It can track your activity, but I only use it at night for sleep tracking. The app is very good, and by tapping at each statistic, you can read a short description to learn more. The app tells you everything you need to know and gives you recommendations. Using this data, you can improve your sleep quality. So, sleep quality is very important. It's easier to improve your sleep quality if you have an Oura Ring to track the sleep. Try different things and see if the statistics improves. But even without the ring, you should try to improve it, because the sleep quality is just as important as the length of your sleep. Here are some tips for how you can improve your sleep quality. My first advice for you is to go to bed and wake up at the exact same time each and every day. Even in a weekend you should aim for this. But I know it's tempting to stay up later, and sometimes we have activities that don't allow us to go to bed early. Some even want to have some time late in the evening with their spouse after the kids are tucked in, so I completely understand that. But aim for going to bed and wake up at the same time every day, and especially in the weekdays. My second advice for you is like a follow-up. It's when you have exercise. If you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, you are likely to wake up at the same time even when you have exercised and want to sleep longer. This is of course individual, but it's not a normal. So it can be a good idea to go to bed earlier at those days. My third advice for you today is really important. It's incredibly important, maybe the most important tips I have for you today. That is, never ever eat heavy meals before going to bed. Never ever ever. If you have to eat something, avoid food like bread, leftovers from dinner, cereal, etc. Take a smoothie, a glass of juice, or something easy to digest without a lot of fiber. It's not dangerous to go to bed hungry. If you eat before going to bed, your body will use a tremendous amount of energy digesting the food instead of getting the rest you need. If you have an Oura ring, try to eat before bed one day and go to bed without eating the next day and see the difference. You'll have higher height and you will have a higher heart rate and not as good sleep for the first half of the night. The same thing will happen if you've been drinking alcohol in the evening. You'll not be as rested in the morning. And you can see at the statistics if you have the Oura ring that your heart rate lowers late and that you don't get the same quality of sleep. My fourth advice for you today is to avoid screens before going to bed, which is very difficult for most people. Screens emit blue light that decrease your production of melatonin, which your body uses to make you tired and helps you fall asleep more easily. At your phone, you should activate night shift and adjust the blue color very low. Set it to be automatically activated a couple of hours before you're going to bed and until you normally wake up in the morning. Your screen will look more yellow, but it will help you fall asleep. On iPhone, it's settings, screen and brightness, and night shift. For your television, you should avoid it, or you can buy blue blocking glasses, which blocks out the blue light from it to allow your body to produce melatonin. One thing you can do is to do your instrumental practice right before going to bed to keep your eyes away from the blue light. Not possible for all, but for me it's possible even with others in the house, because I just practice with an electric piano with my headphones on. Then I can go to bed and my brain can start working further on my practice when I'm falling asleep. My fifth advice for you today is to not exercise or have high level of activity right before going to bed. Take your time to wind down, either by practicing your instrument, read a book, do some creative work, or even watch Netflix with blue light blocking glasses, or at your iPad with night shift turned on, of course. My sixth advice is based on my own experience. When I fell asleep easier if I take some slow and deep breath when I'm in bed. Closing my eyes, this slows down my heart rate and makes me more relaxed. It helps even more if I focus on my breathing, because by doing that I avoid that my brain thinks about a lot of other stuff that keeps me awake. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you like this video and it will be beneficial for you. Make sure to follow my advices. You can see a summary of that in my blog post. Those are really important and good advices, and I really highly recommend you to follow those advices. So come on, people, do something for your sleep quality. It's the most important thing in your life is your sleep. So do it. Okay. Anyways, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it to get notified when there's new videos available. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.